Hello. I always tell you that I will bring to you information or any kind of hint or tactic, nugget of wisdom that I find that helps me to move on or through this muck. One of the things that helped me is okay, because like when you're in it, you just feel desperate. Really, you're desperate. You're just like, how do I get through this? I'm never going to get through this. I was there. I'm never going to get through this. This hurts too much. I don't understand what happened. How did this happen? You have guilt about yourself. There's a lot that's packed into a relationship with a narcissist that can truly make your mind dwell on everything. And you don't think you're going to get through the muck. One of the things that helped me, I couldn't wait for the entire tale to be an old story. And what I mean by that is this. We all have old stories, right? Old boyfriends, old girlfriends, old stories. Old, meaning they don't affect us anymore. They're in the past. We have them. Maybe you don't, though. You might have married your first boyfriend. I have a girlfriend of mine. I'm still friends with her. We've been friends since we were 15 or 16. She married her second boyfriend. She's still with him. They're very happy. So she has one old story, her first boyfriend, which I knew him too. He went to high school with me. So that's her old story. But it's 35 years old. I'm sure she never thinks about it or talks about it. I was dying for the narcissist story, my narcissist story, to be old, in the past, compartmentalized where it belongs, not having any effect on me. Do you follow what I'm saying? Like, even if that girlfriend or I laughed one day and I go visit them, we're like, oh my God, remember him? And she'd laugh. It doesn't affect her. She's happily married over 30 years now with this guy. She's not thinking about her first story. That's what I was anxious to be in with the narcissist. It's getting there now that he is an old story about whom I don't even care. I care about his welfare in the same way I do any other human. I never quite got to the point, or I'm not there yet, that video, oh, they're the devil, just, wish them just this and that. I don't wish, harm on anybody. That's not how I'm built. I've always even told him, I just wish you peace. I wish that you find your peace, whatever that is, whatever form of twisted makeup that is. I hope you find that. And I mean that. Okay, I don't need to be there to see it. I don't want to be there for him. I have no interest in even being friends with him anymore. It is becoming an old story. I'm so excited. Which means I can still talk about it and try to help people from a clinical fashion. And I still feel all of the things that he did. Don't get me wrong. It's not that old of a story, because I notice it in how I view the world. I'm on high alert. I'm even like a little bit sassy, and I'm going to make a video of that because I feel myself being even like a little sassy, if not outwardly to people. In my brain, I'm sassy. And I'm going to make a video onto why I'm sassy. But I feel like the more removed I get, the more it continues to dissipate. That makes sense, right? The more time and space in between, the more, right? Remember, it had a long way to go from where it started. Like, your narcissist story might be nearing its end. There's a long way to come down or come over to having it be an old story because you were on a high. There's a lot of steps involved. You were on a high from the person with the love bombing and all of this. So you were on a high. You've got to snap out of it, come down from the high, wake up to the low, right? Sift through the rubble, figure out what even happened, deal with it, eat the pain, and somehow end up putting it behind you into the old story section of your life. Those are a lot of steps to process, and it takes time. And I list out the steps so that you can readily see. Don't feel badly about yourself not being able to move on quickly. Don't think, oh, I'm stuck. I mean, it was awful. I felt that way. I'm stuck here. I'm not going to get out of this. You are going to get out of it. That's not a question for me, that you can make it out of it if you so desire, right? And we know that there are people. The baby boomer is the biggest generation on earth that's ever lived, right? How many millions and millions of people are in the baby boomer generation? Many of them are married to narcissists and have been for 30 years. They're not leaving. So that's why I say if you so desire. Some of those people can't leave, won't leave, don't want to change their life, uproot their life. Do you know what an uprooting it is for a couple to get divorced after 30 years? I've seen it. I've seen it. My mother's second marriage was 25, 27 years. And that was a second marriage. That was a step parent. There's now grandchildren in this family. It's an uprooting when there's any kind of dissipation of a marriage in a family where the parental figures or the older figures are getting separated. Some people just aren't up for it. They don't want it. Especially if it's their first marriage and they have kids together and now grandkids. Some people just don't want it. Right? I know couples like that too. They remain. They're not very happy. Damn well sure they're not getting divorced. And I know couples that are married 25 years, miserable, and maybe not narcissist. I'm digressing, which I'll get back to my point in a second. But I'm thinking of one couple, miserable. And I say to the one with whom I'm friends, why don't you leave? I'm not being the one that leaves. So they wait for the other person to leave. Oh my God. The story becoming old gives me a sense of peace. It also gives me a sense of I'm on this side now and I can look back into it. That happens over time. The only thing on earth that can let you get to that point, unfortunately, I'm going to tell you, is time. There's no magic pill. There's no magic video you're going to find and watch. There's no magic spiritual thing you can go through. There's nothing. The only thing is time. And you might say, oh, but that doesn't give me relief right now, Renee. I want to feel better right now. How do I feel better right now? I have advised people in this channel, in the audience of people that comment, binge watch my channel. I always say mine because, of course, I'm going to say mine. But also I think that I make videos that are easy. They're little clips of information. They're not 40 minutes. I'm not a lot of clinical language. There's a lot of doctors out there with videos on this topic. I don't use a lot of... I just think they're easy viewing. I watch my own videos. When I post one, after it's posted, I watch it. Even I watch it once I make it, and then I watch it once I post it. Just to... I don't know, I just do. And I think that they're easy to listen to. So I always say binge. I don't care if it takes you 100 videos. Just sit there and hit play for 100 times straight until you feel better. Maybe at some point, you'll wipe your face, you'll wipe your tears, and you'll be able to get up and move around the cabin a bit. And then the next day, maybe you'll watch only 5 videos. Maybe you know what I'm saying? And I've made many videos on how to make it an old story. Start taking care of yourself. Start going for things that you love and you've given up and you've done and in the past that you want to get back to, whether it's exercise or knitting or whatever it is. I don't care what it is. But you have to take control and make your story now. Your story, if you are exiting, is now you. Your story is no longer them. Yes, you went through it, but it is now in the past. It is an old story. Yours doesn't feel old yet. You're still going through one of those steps I listed, dealing with it or sifting through it or trying to even figure out what happened, for the love of Blanche. But when you let the time pass and you do things that allow you to just get through that muck and stay the course without breaking. And that's why I say just binge, just keep, because that's what I did. I didn't have my videos, but I was like, oh, I was seeking help anywhere that I could find it. I was absolutely desperate to feel better immediately. And what I've learned over the last year is that did help, but it takes time. And with time, I have now seen that it's becoming an old story. It's an old story. I think of it as, oh, some guy I dated. He's been minimalized to no longer have a forefront in my life. And unfortunately, these narcissists, when they come in, your life is now all about them, whether you intended it or not. But now, it's in the past. I talk about it like any other past boyfriend as far as the importance that it has. Meaning, this one had more importance in that it led me to this channel and education, but I'm saying in here, he's just another guy that I dated once. And that would kill them, right? To have you have that opinion of them. I don't talk to him anymore. It's been many, many months that I've seen him, and it's been well into months that I've even spoken to him or texted him or like nothing. He still tries to contact me, as I've told you, but no way. I'm not interested. But it would kill him if I said, look, you're just another guy I dated once. Like, it's no big deal. Like, please move on because I have. Yeah. It's become an old story. It brings me peace to know that I've now landed with a lot of work, a lot of journaling, a lot of dissection, a lot of looking into myself. Why did I choose that person to begin with? How did they get in? Video after video after video, I can't tell you. Over 1,000, I think I'm on to that I've watched. And I still watch them. As well as my own, but that I check when I put them on. I mean, there is a finite amount of information to learn, okay? But I keep watching because I want it repeated. And I'm going to keep making videos that may even be repeating something that I talked about before. But I want to keep hearing it. I want you to keep hearing it. You have to keep hearing things because that's what keeps you on the course that you need to stay on to heal yourself, to make it be an old story. Time will pass anyway. And it was like one day I woke up. It wasn't even too long ago. Maybe like, I don't know, like a month ago. And I started to not think about him. Well, longer than that I wasn't thinking. But I just started to not even regard it as a vital part of my life. I don't wonder what he's doing, except in like a way of this channel when I discuss it. Like, I don't need to like, when I say I don't wonder, I mean, I'm not sitting around going, oh, he probably has a new person and he's telling her all those things. No, that's not where my mind is at all. In fact, I have a video outline that I'm going to make for you that what I would even say if I bumped into him with a supply. I won't even call it new supply because who knows what supply he's on. because I feel now quite differently than I did a year ago or even like 8 months ago. I feel quite differently now. And it's glorious on the other side when it becomes an old story. It's beautiful. And I want you to get there. I want you to get there. So just stay the course. If you are exiting, thinking of exiting, getting to your wit's end, about to exit, and you just think, how could I do it? It'll happen. Rolling Stones, in honor of the now late Charlie Watts. Just in case you're not a Stones fan, they lost their drummer. My father's favorite band, he calls them his Stones. They're my Stones, he says. But that's why. Okay. But anyway, I've worn it before, I think, on this channel. But I'm wearing it on purpose for that reason. God rest you, Charlie Watts. But that's all I'm saying. I want it to become an old story for you. Oh, and Minnie has socks on because she keeps chewing her feet. Look at her little Mary Jane socks. I just want you to not think she's weird. And Bloomer because she's licking something else now that she can't lick her feet. I know, she's a mess. She has special needs. But I want it to become an old story for you. It's glorious once it does. Because you can look at it and dissect, why did you pick that person? You can start to really pick it apart. More than you even did when you're sifting through the rubble. So chin up, because I'm telling you, with time passage comes it being compartmentalized into just a file of your life. Like my friend's first boyfriend from 1986. It does happen. It does happen.